Today in Cannabis News, a measure to allow access to smokable cannabis for medical cannabis patients gains traction in the Louisiana state legislature. In Nebraska, the Legal Marijuana Now party receives official ballot recognition as the state's newest political party, and advocates clash with the Biden administration over cannabis descheduling and clemency campaign pledges. It's Friday, April 23rd, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reports that a proposal to extend Louisiana's medical cannabis policy to enable the use of smokable cannabis passed its initial hearing, with the House Health and Welfare Committee voting 12-1 in favor of the measure. The proposal received bipartisan approval. This is wildly popular in every corner of the state. This is what people want, and it's medication that people need, said State Representative Tanner McGee, who presented the proposal. Representative Larry Bagley, the committee's chairman, said the latest survey of residents in their very conservative district revealed massive support for the medical cannabis initiative to alleviate chronic pain and enhance the quality of life for medical cannabis patients. Medical cannabis is available in oils, topicals, inhalers, and edibles throughout Louisiana. However, dispensaries are prohibited from selling fresh, smokable cannabis flower. If made law, starting in January, McGee's measure will make smokable cannabis legal for medical uses. The measure now makes its way to the full House for consideration.
Next up, the Lincoln Journal-Star reports that Nebraska Secretary of State Bob Evnen confirmed that the Legal Marijuana Now party has secured a spot on the state ballot after fulfilling mandatory petition specifications to be listed as an authorized political party in Nebraska. Mark Elworth Jr. and Crystal Gable, party co-chairs, said that while 6,800 signatures were needed for consideration, they sent upwards of 10,000 signatures to the Secretary of State in an ambitious attempt to create Nebraska's newest political party in the last 4 years. LMN is a grassroots political organization that opposes the war on drugs, including cannabis and hemp prohibition, while relying on the Bill of Rights as its permanent platform, Elworth and Gable said. Looking forward to the 2022 midterm and 2024 general elections, Elworth and Gable said they will be looking for pro-cannabis candidates who want to run for office. The party needs pro-cannabis candidates to run for local, state, and federal offices to best represent cannabis patients, their families, and related businesses in Nebraska, they added.
And last up, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said this week that President Joe Biden's campaign promise to free federal prisoners with cannabis sentences would begin with the limited rescheduling of cannabis. However, advocates claim the plan would fall short of what the president promised. For the second consecutive day, Psaki was questioned about cannabis clemency during a press conference. Psaki's initial reply did not include a firm answer on if Biden still plans to press for the pardon of those facing charges for nonviolent cannabis crimes, according to a New York Post reporter who asked whether the president would honor his commitment to release everyone in prison for marijuana. Psaki replied by saying, "Well, I think what I did yesterday is reiterate what his position on marijuana was, decriminalizing or rescheduling, and certainly legalizing medical marijuana. What you're asking me is a legal question. Now we're in government, and so I had to follow up with our legal team, and I don't have any additional information quite yet." The reporter retorted, pointing out that switching cannabis from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 2 substance, as Biden proposes, will not allow broad clemency because offenses involving narcotics listed under Schedule 2, such as cocaine, also carry severe penalties. It addresses things moving forward, though, which is important to many advocates, Psaki argued.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit TRICHOMES.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Careers in Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation wherever you get your podcasts. For TRICHOMES.com, I'm David Fortin.
And I'm Devin Liao. Have a great weekend.